Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread. And I had so many dreams, then you hit your teens. Life ain't really what it seems, try to find out what it means. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win. I don't want no fake love, I want the real stuff.
Yo, what's up, everybody? We're getting ready to play some Madden, but before we even get started playing Madden, I want to talk about something that was really cool tonight. Why I'm late on my live, and then I need to get to sleep here in a little bit. Just finished up watching night 1 of WrestleMania. What a freaking good. You guys need to go rewatch it. I'm not going to spoil anything just yet. I would love to spoil things, but I just can't yet. So all I'm going to say, the last match was fire. And I just want to say, wrestling, I would say night 1 of WrestleMania. I don't know what everybody else is thinking. It was freaking good. And yeah, I needed to do this on my regular, the Wally Cool channel, where I can talk about wrestling and stuff. Trying to keep things a little separate. This random stuff on the first channel, gaming on the second, and then we have WNFS on the third. But before we get into playing at least 1 or 2 games before I fall asleep, because it is past my bedtime, and yes, it is Saturday. It is a nice night. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, WrestleMania, the first night, I'm not going to spoil it. I mean, it was great. High action, nonstop action, to the point it was just amazing. It was great. I would put in there a great freaking night. So, and one other thing I want to bring up while we're here on this channel, WNFS, we're going to do maybe some food tasting live on camera, maybe. That's what we're looking at, is trying something. You guys are just in for a surprise. So let's get into playing some Madden. Enough talk. Let's get ready to play some football. I know it's a late stream. I know it's late for everybody. Not even, but let's get this party started, shall we? So, we're going to get ready to play some football. Something that, let's see where we're at and get ready to play. So, I hadn't done an intro in a while before I come live, but thought I'd just try it tonight different. So let me get this out of the way. Get ready to play some football.
together.
Wally's in the town. Wally is here. Wally is back and he's gonna be here. Yeah. Don't forget, this Friday night, you will not want to miss a full pack WNFF. I mean, we're going to have a full pack show, and you better be there and be ready. It is going to be off the chart, my guys. So, let's play the Titans tonight. I played the Cowboys a couple of nights. So, I wish they had the new jerseys in the update, but of course they won't, so let's get it on. Why we're waiting on a competition here.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Music City. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, and Nissan Stadium on the shores of the Cumberland River. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Tennessee Titans.
Joey Sly taking off for Tennessee.
With my partner Greg Olson, Mike Tirico, Joey Sly, set to get this one going. Off we go from Nashville. And a decent return there. We'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Yeah, there we go. I think.
We'll go play action. It's Prescott. That is caught downfield by Pickens. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. First and 10.
And the Cowboys first down.
Play action now. Cody Barton. He gets through to drop him. And it's a loss of 4. So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. Operating from the gun. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on fourth down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
On the ground, the former Cowboy, Tony Pollard. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
A gain of 9 brings up second.
Ready from the 33. Here's second down and a yard. Ready. They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse.
I remember early in my career, Mike, this was only just starting to kind of become in vogue. Receivers would maybe get a few carries a year at most. Now, it's become commonplace throughout the NFL, and watching these results, I kind of get it. I wish we had gotten them involved as runners maybe a little bit sooner.
Now a handoff to Pollard. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Donovan Wilson will bring him down.
It's a pickup of 3.
From the 43, here's second down and 7. Let's go. Throwing is Ward. And that will wind up incomplete. 0-0 on the clock. The first quarter has come to an end. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. What will the second quarter have in store? We're back in Music City after this. 3rd and 7. Ready, go! Shotgun snap for Ward. Short one there to Okonkwo. They get 14 on that hookup. First down for Tennessee.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
They'll stay on the ground with speed. Has some room inside the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Ready. Once again, it's Spears. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings
2
up
minutes
3rd
remain
down
in
and
a
7.
scoreless first half. We're back to Nashville in a moment.
No way, you're kidding me! Do better than this. Like watching paint dry.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
Come on.
Out of the gun, Ward. Oh, an ill-advised throw there. It's an interception. So they're going to take over now at their own 34-yard line.
Oh, and in that spot, Mike, that's just painful to see. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to 4th down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with it.
That will work it to land on the RPO. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a gain of
They'll pick up 23 on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
To throw is Prescott. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. He's in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league, guys.
Oh, look at this. It's a fake. And he is not going to make it. They stop him short. And this remains a 6-0 game. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Timray DK now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. He'll wind up getting this all the way to the 45-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Ready? Here we go.
We'll start the drive on the ground, and here comes a reverse. And he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now, in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And let's give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it. They were prepared for it. And they held it to a honest game.
And he's going to have a first down. Good work down inside the 45-yard line.
Cardinal.
That's good for a Titans first down.
Throwing, Ward. There's Okonkwo open left side. And he will have the first down here as they get into field goal range. Down just shy of the 20.
Okay, ready?
First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll run here with Pollard. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their second, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. At the throw is Ward. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up first and goal. Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. They've got it at the 8, first down and goal.
Ready?
To throw is Ward. The ball deflected at least a couple of times and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. So the ball's still at the 8-yard line for second down and goal.
Let's go. Ready?
Here's Ward. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. Jack Sanborn getting in for the sack, and that's going to make it third and goal.
On the set.
We have hit halftime. Going to take a quick break, come back with the second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off.
Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Julius Chestnut to bring it back. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready?
We'll go 3 tight ends here on first and 10.
Go.
The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down. So first and 10 here now at the 38. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down. Middle of the field, he's got a Okonkwo. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of
They get 25 on that connection. That's good for a Titan first down.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Here we go. Let go.
On 1st and 10, it's a handoff. Wait a minute, it's a reverse. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Get ready.
Running here, it's Pollard. Finding room to the 20. And he's into the end zone. Tony Pollard. Touchdown Titans.
And that's one of the best elements of this run game is just how explosive they can be. And it has felt like they've been on the verge of breaking one a few times here, Mike, and then they finally make it happen here. Catch the end zone first time today.
Makes the score Titans 7, Cowboys 6. Joey Slide.
Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. Avante Turpin on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. The first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game. And you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. What a run by Williams. 36 yards.
At this point, Mike, it's clear this defense just doesn't have a lot of answers right now for this run game. A combination of the job being done up front by the offensive line and the big playability of this running back.
Yeah. Who got foot line?
On first down, right back to Williams. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to throw is Prescott. He pulls it in around the 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd and 2. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
They'll try to run for it with Williams. A powerful run just shy of the goal line, but he has picked up the first down. It is 1st and goal. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the field goal here gets you the late lead. Gotta think you want 6 when you have it 1st down and goal.
What do you think?
Williams trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
This defense is able to get the hold here on 1st down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4-down territory. I've got 3 more shots.
And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Dak Prescott, touchdown Dallas. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. All right, so the Cowboys set to go for 2.
The Cowboys will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Play fake. Prescott. He'll swing that out wide. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
On the return, here comes Chestnut. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 23.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Again, it's Pollard. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
70
No gain on the play. Makes it
Third and 2. Ward. He's got his tight end. That's a Conquo. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A big one here in the fourth quarter. 38 yards.
Pretty easy to see why he continues to be a main focal point for this offense throughout the entire game. That play not only extends the drive, but now they find themselves in plus territory and hope to come away with some points.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Let's go, 80.
That's another Titans first down.
Ready, ready?
They'll go back to Pollard on first down. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here is second and 7.
Knocking 18. Cowboy. Ready. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. Off the sideline, past the 30. And that is going to do just fine. Big play, leading all the way up near midfield.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Here we go, 40.
A gain of 47 yards.
26.
On play action, here's Dak. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Here we go, 26.
Here comes Williams on the toss to the right. And he'll get forward, give him about 4 yards before getting out of bounds, and that's going to bring up third down.
Hey, kill.
Dak to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts, and they stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Second down, they need 7. On the play fake, Dak hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
Here we go. 20. Here we go, kill. 26.
They'll play action. It's Prescott. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And when they needed to come up with a play the most, Mike, this defense delivers. They desperately needed to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance to go pull this one out. Now they come away with a big takeaway, and at the end of this game, they got shot.
It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their second, and they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining on the clock.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now, first down throw for Ward. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here. The clock will stop with an even 20 seconds to go. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big first down. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. And a good return here. He is out of bounds up past the 30.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
To a knee goes Prescott. And that should do it. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. In the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. From Nashville, we say good night, everybody.
Seriously? Not even a play?
That was a good game. That was a good game. All right, let's get ready to play one more, and then I got to try to get back on my sleep. So, anyway, let's get ready to. That wasn't too bad. I enjoyed that one. That was. All right, let's tighten up again. I'd like to start playing some baseball again, but it's all right.
Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Tennessee Titans.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. And he returns this to the 22.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Ward. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here we go.
Ward to throw for it on 4th. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 2. Throwing is Hurts. That one complete out to Dotson. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
And Hurts going to move them around. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. 4 receivers in the package. Here's 3rd and 7. Looks like they'll move things around here. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And able to get this one across the 45 before it's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Pollard again. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
60 by 6.
Running right, it's Pollard. And he stopped immediately there. 2nd and 10. Pollard will take it up the gut. Touchdown, Titans. Tony Pollard, 35 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Hurts looking to change the play. To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
And an Eagle first down.
Great.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 13-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert. His tight end over the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles are once again back in front. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Eagles 10, Titans 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Hand off to Spears. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup.
Right back to Spears. And he would be brought down at about the 43 that time.
He was brought down by
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ward. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Ward. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big fella go. And down to the 7-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And here's a give to Spears. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Tajay Spears taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Titans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 2.
17. Titans 15. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Ready?
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Ready?
To throw, here's Ward. He'll complete this one. Do a Conqueror. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A final shot before break. More. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Joey Slye to kick off for Tennessee.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. And I think these first couple of drives.
Through the middle of the field. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 68 yards. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found the seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small magical spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want to get the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
At the 47-yard line.
Throwing now, Ward. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
Ready up. Ready.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Going to the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
Let's go now.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll run with Spears. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
So, obviously, they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Slide for the PAT. And the lead is down to 2.
Next to score, Eagles 24, Titans 22. Joey Slide to kick off for Tennessee.
Joey Slide now to kick off after the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Third quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's second and 10.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer. Hey, 73.
Hurts. Quick slant here to Smith. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Down to the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 62 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw and complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Titans 22. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down.
26 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Ready.
Now a give here to Pollard. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 79 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Second down, Pollard again. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville, it's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
From the gun, it's Hurts. It's caught, Smith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Second down, here's Barkley again. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Great, set. I know you want that. King, Phil King.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up second and 10.
Take it forward. Great. And let's go. Trimmer.
Saquon Barkley running right. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 61 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Don't touch that. I know you want that.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and that'll keep this a 9-point game. And that miss should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
They'll come up first and 10 here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run. Now Ward. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments. And anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Ward again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Tag! 7.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, I think we're going to play one more. My averages hurt tonight, but oh well. All right. I think it was. Man, I wish I had the application. Okay.
Now from the second city of Chicago, head down Lakeshore Drive and you find venerable Soldier Field, home of the Bears. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Chicago Bears.
Jody Slide to kick off for Tennessee.
With my partner Greg Olson, Mike Tirico, Joey Sly, set to get this one going. And off we go from Soldier Field. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
What is it? Hold on.
Here's Williams to begin with a pass. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Williams to throw on second down. Forced out wide. The second down throw is incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
He's got his tight end. It's lovely. Here's 1st and 10.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for the Bears. First down.
And that one incomplete.
And they go with the RPO there in the hopes of making something happen after the catch. So often you can kind of run your receiver through those voided zones and come out the backside. Just didn't love the timing. I think you got to just let that play develop a little bit longer and not be in such a hurry.
Arden Key brought him down. A gain of 1 brings up third
Third
down
and 9.
What is it?
From the shotgun, it's Williams. Forced out wide. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. 20 yards on that pass play. It's good for a Bears first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard
In
line.
motion, it's Odunze. Williams going to keep it on the zone read. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's second down.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Off play action. Here's Williams. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up third down.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on third down. They will run it over center with Swift. And they'll only get a couple on this one, so the defense holds, and it brings up fourth down.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on fourth down, Mike, based on what they do on third down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that fourth down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here. And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good positive result.
For Chicago.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. He's going to let that to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
First carry for the man from Memphis, Tony Pollard. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
On second down, here's Ward. He'll find his receiver, that's DK. And he will Score! Jim DK. Touchdown, Tennessee. Joey Sly on now for the point after. He knocks it through, and the Titans move out to a 7-3 lead.
Bears 3. Joey Slide to kick off for Tennessee.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. Loveland open right side. He's got it. And out of bounds, but in business. They're going to have it first and goal inside the 5.
Gain of 68 yards.
A big play to kick off this drive. 68 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. It's the Titans out to the early lead. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Bears in possession here to start the second quarter. So after the big play to start, now we have first and goal as we are ready to get back underway. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. Finding room at the 35. Still going. And he is gone. 80 yards. Touchdown, Tennessee. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
That is incomplete. And the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful.
13. Bears 3. Joey Slide to kick off for Tennessee.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. Duvernay on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
This drive will begin with a run by Swift. Now trying to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Throwing is Williams. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Well, as they face this possible 3-and-out following that second down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive.
Yes, sir. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by tonight. The love is real. The love is real. Nice to see everybody stopping by. Finally got my first win tonight. Yes, I need to get to bed, but I haven't done this in a while of staying up a little later to play. So, all right, I need one more win to tie this up for the night. That was awesome.
Just across the Cumberland River from those neon lights of Broadway, we welcome you inside Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Tennessee Titans.
Joey Slide to kick off for Tennessee.
With my partner Greg Olson, Mike Tirico, Joey Slide, set to get this one going. Off we go from Nissan Stadium. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Penix gonna throw right away. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Bijan Robinson, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails them out by not securing the catch.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Plant. It's Penix. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect. And it falls incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They do a really nice job defensively there, Mike, of not giving him a clear running lane once he broke the pocket. So now he's trying to test his luck, extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angles so quickly because of that speed. So give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy. And this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
So on 4th down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt. Back deep for Tennessee, Jim DK. This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and it'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Ready? They'll run it with Tony Pollard. They'll get him behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Hayden Ellis in on that stop. Again, it's Pollard. And there's defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Go! Gravity line.
Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse.
I like the element of surprise here, Mike. It seemed like everyone was so keyed elsewhere on the play that nobody even gave a thought to him potentially getting the run. Didn't take him long to see he was going to be able to clearly pick up that 1st down.
36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36. They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So I like these plays. I think the more guys, Mike, that you can get involved in the ground game, the better. And, of course, they're going to get enough touches to their back in a traditional sense, but make the defense defend every blade of grass from sideline to sideline and from line of scrimmage to the end zone. And one of the best ways to do it is to get your wide receivers, get your speed guys involved in the run game.
Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Ward. Short one there to Okonkwo. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. On 4th down, Ward. That's taken in. And he's going to pick up a Titans 1st down. That'll wind up a gain of 11 on 4th down.
That's good.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
16 more yards. That's another
Ready? Spears. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that 1st quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. And we're back in Music City after this.
Ready,
ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal.
Here we go. Let go.
Now a give, but here comes a reverse. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Alec Iomanner. Touchdown Titans.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and It's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Makes the score 7. Falcons nothing. Joey Slide to kick off for Tennessee.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Carter on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. On first down, it's Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Penix. Luxurious Sneed, tight coverage as he gets in the way of that one.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. He's to the 15. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. It is a big play there for the Falcons. 47 yards.
1st and goal, Atlanta.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal.
Here we go, set.
Penix going to throw again. That is caught by the tight end. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Atlanta.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
We'll start the drive on the ground, and here comes a reverse. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Back at the 21-yard
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to...
That one intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo.
He's going to have a lot better moments than this one, Mike. You just can't force that throw. Not at this level. It's going to cost you more times than not. And this young rookie, hopefully this is one that he can learn from and not continue to repeat.
Makes the score Falcons 14, Titans 7. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Chestnut, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up
Here's Ward. Middle of the field. He's got a control. And we'll mark him down just shy of the 40. 1st and 10. And they give it to Pollard. And he'll get this up to the 44. Hayden Ellis in on that stop.
A gain of 5 brings up
They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
a gain of 10 yards.
Ready? Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Up from his safety spot, Jesse Bates makes the play.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
On second down, here's Pollard. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw is Ward. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
3rd and long.
Tackled back at the 30-yard line.
Now it's Ward. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. Here's a designed run. He'll step up and run, and he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be second down. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. It is 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And is downfield to the tight end Pitts. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd final timeout. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw is Penix. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Again, it's Penix. Now, deep ball for London. And that is incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it's going to be 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Penix. That's complete. He's got it to London. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. Zane Gonzalez on to try the field goal. This will be a 46-yard attempt. Now a flip to the kicker. It's a fake. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Jim DK. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll start this drive on the ground with speed. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Titans first down.
They'll stay on the ground with speed. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Once again, it's speed. And they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down.
To the 49-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now third.
On third down, they go with speed. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down for Tennessee.
It's a gain of 14
Now a
yards.
timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the
First and
sideline.
10 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
60, count to 60.
Back to throw is Ward. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
At the 35-yard line.
Ready. On the handoff, Pollard. He'll work forward for a couple. From the safety spot, Jesse Bates makes the play.
A 2-yard pickup makes it third and 8.
On third down, he'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
They snap it to Ward. He's got his tight end, that's a Conquo. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Cowboy
That's
80.
another Titans first down.
Looking to throw, it's Ward. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Wow, the coverage excellent there. It'll bring up second and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Ellen Iomanner, touchdown Titans. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. Good drive. They kept the ball, Greg. They moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Slide to kick off for Tennessee.
We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Carter on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And the lefty Penix on first down. He fires downfield for Pitts. That is brought in. And he's going to be marked down, bringing it all the way to the 25-yard line. It is a big play there for the Falcons. 47 yards.
47 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on first and 10. Looking to throw, it's Penix. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is good. What a throw. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown Falcons.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the...
Oh, a flip back to the kicker. It's a fake. And he's not going to get there. Very, very curious call. You could have just lined up for 2 and gone for it. Instead, you try this and come up empty. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's DK. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
They run it straight ahead with Pollard, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. And that one floated off his back foot. It is intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. Sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
2nd and 10. Play action. It's Penix. In trouble, and down he goes.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation, makes them very one-dimensional.
Now Penix on 3rd and long. He's got it! And he will go all the way. Darnell Mooney, touchdown Falcons. His 2nd catch of the game, and both have gone for touchdowns. Now Penix and the Falcons will line it up and go for 2. From the gun, it's Penix. That's going to be fun. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
At their own 26-yard line.
Nice. Ready? Cowboy 80. Let's go.
They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Play action. Ward. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
And the 11.
Let's go now.
From the gun, here's Ward. Short one there to Okonkwo. It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's good for a Titan 1st down.
13 yards on the play. That's good.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Here we go. Shot. Hawk.
On first down, it's Ward. Down the field, he's got his tight end Okonkwo. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 38 yards.
70 Timberwolves.
Again, it's Ward. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. He'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Wolf. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. There's Okonkwo open left side. And he will score. Game on. Big Okonkwo. Touchdown, Tennessee. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on a 2-point conversion.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Carter on the return. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Throwing is Penix. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, we just don't see that very often, and just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
What teamwork, the receiver coming back for the completion. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone inside the 20. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. We're going to go play action with Penix. He's got it inside the 5. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal. So 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is 1st and goal. On the run to the right. And he overshoots everyone. It's through the back of the end zone and incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
60 Eagles, go!
They'll drop to throw. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to 3rd and goal. Pitts is the man in motion. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down. Pitts is the man in motion. On 3rd and goal, it's Penix. Back to the end zone. He's got it. Drake London. Touchdown, Atlanta.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked up by Cody Barton.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
Out of the gun, Ward. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Here comes 2nd down.
18 Cardinals. Get it?
Back to throw is Ward. Moving to his right. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
To the air again. Ward. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Let's go.
They snap it to Ward. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
Up right here one time. On the jump. Come 19. Come 19.
On play action, Penix. He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in covering, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
Let's go now. 70s.
Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
There's that man again. Another catch. 2nd down, they need 3. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd final timeout, and it comes with exactly 1 minute left in the game. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Throwing, Ward. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Chick Okonkwo was the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up. Throwing is Ward. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
Go!
Throwing again is Ward. He's got his tight end. That's a Conquo. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
They have 2 timeouts, but not much time. Down 2 scores as we get to 1st and 10. This is caught for 2. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession. So they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back. And it's not going to be easy.
That is caught in the end zone. 2 points for the moment. We do have a flag down. Let's see if this will hold up. They will go ahead and decline that one and take the 2 points. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Carter on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Now Penix. Now deep ball for London. That is brought in. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that should all but put this one away, Mike. And we've had some big plays throughout this game, but none bigger than that one right there. They score on the long touchdown, and that makes this a 2-possession game here late.
This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, here comes Chestnut. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here is 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready?
Now it's Ward. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Ready? Ready? Ready?
From the gun, here's Ward. He'll spot before Longhorn. Gunnar Helm. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their 2nd. The clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. 3rd and 2. Ward. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
70, Timberwolf. Come on, come on.
Ward to throw again. He's got his tight end. That's Helm. And he's going to have a Titans 1st down as this defense can't come up with the play they needed. They surrender a gain of 17 on 4th down. Again, it's Ward. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
One last throw here for Ward. And he's down the middle of the field, and he's got his tight end. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
Joey Slye to kick off for Tennessee.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. They'll get this one complete to Atwell. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And their coach told us the other day that they wanted to get him in a nice groove right out of the gate. And one way to do that, give him quick throws where he can get the ball out of his hand in a hurry, as he did there.
Here's Stafford. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards to pick up there.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
2nd and 10.
Stay 50, stay 50.
Stafford looks to throw again. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, Make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They'll run for the first time here with Kyron Williams. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Second and 2, first down marker at the 8. They run it again with Williams. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on second and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. And now Stafford's going to move him around. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown ground. And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. How does the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away? And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Second down and 8. To throw is Ward. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. To throw, here's Ward. A short throw taken in by Conqueror. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Tennessee.
Ward. A short throw taken in by Conqueror. That's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down. So their defense gave up the opening drive touchdown, and now, Charles, they're going to look to work this ball down the field and get the equalizer.
Yeah, there's got to be a little bit of balance in how you're thinking and how you're approaching this game, because the way things go in the NFL today, that opening touchdown often changes your strategy. You feel like you have to match everything right here, right now. But I like the way they were being methodical on offense here in their first drive, hoping to get the equalizer, but not forcing anything.
6-0 our score after 1. So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Throwing is Ward. A short throw taken in by a Conqueror. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Ward to throw for it on 4th. A short throw taken in by a Conqueror. And he'll be taken down, but not before it gets into enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
Here's Pollard again. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Quinton Lake on the tackle.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
A 4-yard pickup on the play.
Throwing down Ward. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Ward. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 12-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Tennessee.
Here's Ward. Quick hitter here, it's complete. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Pollard will take it up the gut. And the hole closes quickly here. He can find only about the 4. With a heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
1st and goal, Tennessee.
Pollard will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown.
Tennessee.
Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6.
Joey Sly to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Stafford now to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now Ward. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They called the corner blitz, and Roger McCreary, he got in there and earned the sack.
A loss of 5 yards. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Rams' 7-yard line.
Ward, a final shot before break. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Touchdown,
Okonkwo. As time expires in the 1st half. And the Titans will extend their lead on the final play of the half.
Well, my education continues in this game. I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful. And it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Well, now they'll try the end around. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here's Ward. From the gun, he'll throw. A short throw taken in by Conquo. 3rd and 8.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Ward. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion, and more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Short throw taken in by Conquo. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Pollard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and
Going to run again here with Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Get it. Cowboy 80.
Out of the gun, Ward. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Titans first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And the Titans first down.
Go.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd down and 12. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Ward. Short throw taken in by Conquo. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. It's caught here by Adams. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Out of the gun, Stafford. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. To throw is Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, LA. Devontae Adams, 45 yards. And the Rams have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
So down only 2 now. Still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
All about the numbers.
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now. And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A short throw taken in by Conquo. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Now Ward on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around. But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 19.
And the Rams 1st down.
Now it's Stafford. That is caught inside the 5. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Harrison Davis on for the extra point.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 5.
19.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
This is 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his head. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations.
And that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Rams have just about sewn up this football game.
The Rams take over 1st and 10.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.
All right, everybody. It's late. I haven't done a late stream like this in a while, so I'm gonna get something to eat and probably head to bed. So y'all come back now, you hear? So thank you for everybody that showed up tonight. Appreciate the 6 likes. I appreciate y'all. Be back tomorrow, a later stream probably. But we will see you later. Wally is out. Too sweet. Good night and goodbye.